All right, so what's up, guys? So what is the number one thing to do after a injury occurs? Specifically, in this case, a low back injury, as you saw in the video right beforehand. Simple, and it's probably the biggest thing you can do. Don't freak out. The American Medical Association, or the AMA, they have studies that shown, if people don't catastrophize and they get a little bit of pain education, and within 4 to 6 weeks, most low back pain cases solve themselves with no other medical intervention besides that education. So no surgery, no injections, no medication, no therapy, no chiropractic, no manual situations, nothing. They go away on their own, which is kind of a good thing, right? And the AMA also has studies that show that the further people go down the medical system, the more likely they are to kind of turn into a persistent or a chronic pain situation, just because pain is so complex. And then when you go down that pipe further and further, it kind of just sets you in a place in your own mindset as well. But that kind of goes to show how powerful your body is at healing, and if you let it do its thing. And I guess, while I'm thinking about it, I would say the number 2 thing that you should do is find ways that you can move that don't increase your baseline pain or feel good, and do them. Just do them constantly. Do them well, do them often, do them frequently, right? So in my case, and I'll use my own little case study just because I recently hurt my back. At this point, a week and a day from the timing of this video, I was just squatting, and it wasn't a weight I haven't done before. It wasn't anything like I wasn't afraid of doing. And it wasn't a typical injury spot that you've seen before. And I just, boom, a shock. And I went down, and what you didn't see in the video is my legs started to shake. I was losing like motor control almost. And I just decided to sit down because that was relatively less painful. And I did freak out a little bit. Called my fiance, and she's like, calm down, it's okay. You have a doctorate in physical therapy, you are a strength and conditioning specialist, you are a powerlifting coach, you know what's going on here, you know what to do. And I was like, okay. So I didn't freak out, kind of calmed myself down, went, cleaned up the weights, did a bench press, a couple sets of bench press, and then I got on a treadmill and did an incline walk just because it felt okay. Granted, I was right before vacation, and so I had a 2-hour drive to the airport, 2-hour drive, or 2-hour flight, and we were going to Florida, so I did a lot of walking. I averaged roughly about 18 to 20,000 steps every day. I did attempt a lift after 2 to 3 days after that, and I had to make some heavy modifications just to be within my pain tolerance. And then I got back Saturday, and then I did a regular SBD day, and I had to, again, still make some modifications, but I was able to squat to depth, and I was able to pull from the floor, even just from there, when before I couldn't even get down to the ground because I was having ridiculous symptoms, nerve symptoms going down my glute as well as the back pain. And then Monday kind of proceeded with caution, but positivity. I was able to squat to depth, I was able to still bench press, and then even today I was able to pull from the floor. Granted, I'm not 100% yet, but I definitely noticed that I am doing fairly well considering how much pain I was in when this initially happened. There's certain positions I couldn't sleep in. It hurt to cough, sneeze, the whole shebang. And I'm a week and a day out, and I'm actually doing pretty well when you look back at it. I'm also in the middle of meet prep, which kind of sets another pace there. So I'm more angry than anything, but I'm doing my best to stay positive, and I'm covering all the other variables, checking nutrition, checking sleep, doing my best to have a good social support system, or at least lean on that support system, and just trying to stay as positive and look at the good things. I met myself where I was at in that moment, and it's helping me along the way here. So, in short, don't freak out, and then, 2, move frequently, move often in ways that don't increase the pain level. If it doesn't increase or it feels good, do it. It's a good thing to do. So those are my top hit tip And my second tip, I guess I could say, for when a low back injury occurs, as long as red flags and traumatic events have been ruled out, I do have a free PDF that I give out with the ideology and the, I don't want to say theory, but the method that I use with myself, or I'm currently using with myself, the same method I use with my athletes that I work with online, same method I kind of use for my performance athletes to get them back to PRs. So it'll be in the comment box below. There should be a link in there. If you want, just DM me and I'll send it to you that way too, whichever way is easier for you. And yeah, so I'll probably continue to post on my Instagram just to show kind of updates leading up to meet prep and with this weird injury situation that occurred. But thanks for watching. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please let me know. That's why I'm putting this stuff out here, because I think our current traditional medical system is failing people, specifically people that are wanting to be active. In America, we spend the most money on the healthcare system, and we are by far from the top. So I'm just out here trying to break down old outdated systems that aren't working anymore and bring in hopefully new body evidence that helps empower lifters, and more than just physical, I hope. So thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, let me know.